dias. Guillermo, excuse me. Solorio. Katie Ramirez. Buenos dias, mi gente. I got me some pito chicken anoche. Todo restaurante cerrado aquí. In San Francisco, saludos a todos a West Costa. Yaritza be jealous right now. Buenos dias. In the Mafia, cuidado out there. Be safe. Got me the Cemento trailer, pneumatic. You're in Nueva York? Saludos a todos Costa. Buddy! Not a bro, trying to stay out of trouble, make some feria. Don't tell no one. Puro chicken anoche. Oaxaca trucking. Alberto Ventura. The 559. Animo. Keto, bro. Pants are no yellow. I gotta eat something. Yo, homie, we talked the other day with the homie Vic. We was on our way to Bakersfield. Solorio, orale. Tango, some peachy McDonald's. Solo abierto restaurante aquí. A la ver. Buenos dias, carnal. Jay Martinez. Buenos dias. ¿Dónde mi gente? Everyone's sleeping? Haley Road? Is that how you say that? Rode? Not much. Trying to stay out of trouble. Make some money. Solorio. 2 por 6. Simón. Yaritza, eat your heart out. Come on. What's up, Chivo? Riv, big boy. Nada, bro. About to get my pants a before I get called out again for uno más viaje. Jose Macero. Buenos dias, saludos. You need to go hit up where I'm at. Cali sucks. It's expensive, right? Vámonos. It's not a boom in the oil field, but it's pretty busy, man. It's a muy grande. It's a vast oil field. There's like just work for days out here. I mean, so like my first week, I killed it. Big old fat check, grande feria. And then this last week was slow. Even the check I'm gonna get Friday for the slow week is still as good as my best check working in Este Wenatchee por la Manzana. So Hobbs right. That's right, Mickey D's. Sound good right now? Yes, sir. La Finiquera, Jose. ¿Tú vives en Finiquera? Saludos. Not crazy like SoCal or the Bay? I'd rather Monahondo in LA. I'd rather drive in LA more than the Bay Area. At rush hour, man, that'd take you forever from San Jose coming across all the way. LA moves. Más mueve, but it's so big. What is that? 70 millas? 75 miles wide. You know, all the bottlenecks. Eventually, you're going to hit something. Primo, como anda? Knoxville, Tennessee. Compa de Leon. Not away. It's trabajo. Puro chicken. Trying to stay out of trouble. Keep it between the lines. JJ 640. Cúbele. Saludos. Jose, vivo en Finiquera, órale. Yo vivo en Finiquera en las 90s. Wherever Michoacano. Saludos desde Pasco, Washington. Mi chivo a la orden. Hey, saludos. A todos mi gente over there in the state of Washington. I miss you guys. Tri-Cities, Pasco, Richland, Kenwick, Yakima, Toppenish, Wenatchee, Rock Island, Quincy, Chelan, Brewster, Moses Lake, Mattawa. Were you crazy back in the 90s? Yes. They used to call me Diablo. The paisas over there in that barrio. Diferente persona. I got out of there before I was getting hot. Got out before I went back to the Pinta. Pretty much straightened out my act. I mueve a Las Vegas. Got married about un mas año. But yeah, I was resorted to old behaviors and stuff over there. La Finiquera. Nancy Pedraza. Hola, Chivo. ¿Cómo estás? Soy Nancy. Hola, amiga. Todo bien? Just trying to make some feria, stay out of trouble. ¿Y tú? Hell yeah. I also was in, that was the age of Joro Pyle in his prime. Tent City. Had long blonde hair like a surfer. And if you don't cut your hair, they throw you in the hole. So I got popped, some misdemeanor or something. It wasn't a big felony or nothing, but they sent me in there and I hid my hair in the ponytail. I put it back there and they went on the yard. I lasted about 30 minutes, 30 minutos before a CO finally caught me. Hey, no, and they sent me to a barber, some old gringa, and she gets out the clippers and scissors. I said, no, you ain't touching my hair. She's like, okay, you're gonna go to the hole. I said, okay, let's go. Yeah, they're pretty strict. They pretty much did whatever. The age before social media, the cops got away with a lot of shit, man. They could give you chopped up charges. Antonio Avila Arroyo, saludos. Mi Bente, Hobbs, New Mexico. McDonald's, Restaurante es todo cerrado. It's a chiquito pueblo aquí. Only thing open. Subchivato, Stan Mendoza. Cúbele. Get my pants and on. Waiting for uno más viaje. La oficina teléfono yo pronto. Well, maybe 2 más horas. Las Cruces, Antonio. Saludos. On the other side of the Sereno, New Mexico. Come on. Almost 5 in Knoxville. It's 2:40 aquí. Sierra tiempo. Mountain time. Antonio. Manejando a Florida. Cool it out. Be safe out there. Cesar Barajas. Cúbele. Compa de Leon, we need stories of your upbringing. Excuse me. uh, I should make some videos, yeah. You know, I grew up a spoiled white boy, a gringo. Parents were teachers. I got in some big trouble in high school. A pistola was involved, so they made it a dangerous thing. And I wasn't responsible enough to pass probation, so I ended up catching the chain. All my friends were doing 4 years in college. I was doing 4 years in La Penta. And then when I got out, I was too proud to go live with my parents. So I stayed in Finiqueta. I went to a halfway house. I did good for a minute. And then I resorted to old behavior and shit. Stuff I learned in the Penta and everything. And ended up in a barrio called The Square, Norte Finiqueta. And I stayed in there for a little over a year, un año. And I got a lot of things happened in that annual. But long story short, it started to get hot, so I got out. And then me voy a Las Vegas. Ended up getting married a year later. And then mucho construcción. You know, for a little while I did good. And framing houses over there, that was all Deserito. Between North Scottsdale and Cave Creek. And that's really, you guys ask, bueno, que aprendiste español? And I was on a crew of paisas. Un gringo, un güero, y todo paisanos in construction, framing houses. And I made a lot of compas and stuff, and that's how I was on the inside for the first time in the culture, in La Cultura. That's how it all started. I've seen all sides of the raza, trust me. Okay, Chivo, sending mine from LA, con respect. Juan Garcia. Hey, ¿qué tal, bro? Gracias. Buenos dias. Un saludo, Seattle. Roberto, the 602, Arizona. Come on. Chandler, Arizona. Jose, vives in Chandler? Luis M. Carrillo. Good morning, Chivo. Saludos. Watsonville, Califas. Oh, shit. Saludos. Con las fresas, bro. Buenos días. ¿Qué onda, Chivo? Rolling through La Finiqueta, Lupe. Cúvale. Cool it up. Be safe out there. One thing about Arizona, that's a lock you up and throw away the key state. Don't get in trouble in Arizona. They'll fuck you. They're not like other states. It doesn't matter if it's a blue state or Arizona. I mean, blue or red. Whatever the politics are in Arizona, that never changes. It's a lock you up and throw away the key state. Just to give you guys a heads up. Hecho de mano tostadas de cuadritos por lonche. Frijoles fritos, cuadritos. Some queso fresca. Jalapenos, chopped them up. Y cebolla. And that was pretty damn good. I had those, but that was a long time. Mucho horas. That was like a lot. That was like 12 o'clock yesterday. But now I got some pito chicken. Saluditos, Chivo Guero, soy de Guaritos. God bless you, Jesus. Igualmente, gracias, bro. Saludos. Austin, Texas. Soy de Mexico. Christian. Christian, buenos dias. Salinas, Renee. You're Nigerian? You work out here in Midland, Odessa, pulling the arena? There's a lot of Nigerian truckers. Cubanos, Cubans, and Nigerians. There's a lot over there around Midland, Odessa. They're all in the sand game, por la arena. You want to be my friend? No problemo. Bienvenido. Welcome to my life. Jesus. Hola, Don Chivo. Saludos desde Ventura. Luis Luna. Saludos. Been a minute. I think it was last summer when I rolled through there, right? It's been a while. Por Limon, para Limon Amarillo. I had a load of lemons over there. A couple times. I did it twice last summer. Mi gente, mucho caete anoche. Excuse my manners. Pants are no lleno. I gotta eat something. I don't think so. Freaking weirdo. Amarillo Tejas, 287 para Dallas, Texas. You taking the 287? It's been a minute since I've been over there. Saludos. Wichita Falls. Santa Maria, California. Pero Tarasco. I nailed the number, right? Saludos, Gabriela. Johnny Rios. Stella Contreras. Mas Practicado Mayars. Contreras. I smile because I laugh at myself. It's my, instead of getting embarrassed or frustrated with Comia Espanol, that's how I deal with it. I smile, but anyway. Saludos from the 258. What should I need? 253. Barcamex, 32. Saludo, bro. The Transit Canal, Dallas, Texas, 151. Come on. Gracias, Evangelina. Try safe, Canal. Joel. Hey, Simone. Take a little break. But dos más horas, más cargas de cemento. Go hit the lease otra vez. Como bien rico. Compa, live the life. Roberto Perez. Google it, bro. The 253. Dallas, Texas. Google it. Pero Ocho, Arizona. Jose Macedo. Oh, shit. Saludos a todos, La Finiquera. Chandler Tolleson. Mesa. Stella Contreras. Stay safe. Simón. Gracias, amiga. ¿Dónde vives, Jose? Oh, Chandler. That was, you already said Chandler, right? Live in Mesa? Mucho Chicanos. East Mesa in the Pinta. They were pretty cool too. All the Paisas I hung around with were Norte Finiquera. But the Chicanos that I knew, they were all from East Mesa. Aquiles. Ballesta. Un caliche en la casa. It's Cuyulcan, Sinaloa. Saludos, buenos dias. Chivo, you have a lot of people that have a lot of respect for you, and I will say we love your videos. Ron Garcia. I appreciate that. I do. I get frustrated sometimes. I need to hear that stuff sometimes. I'm a gringo, you guys. I'm not Miclio. At the end of the day, I know I'm a white boy. Enamorado a la cultura mexicana. Con todo. La música, la comida. Las mujeres. La carnalismo. And I don't know where I was going with that, but it gets frustrating sometimes. I get a lot of love, and then you get some hate, a lot of hate. Not that much though. It's very, I thought I would get a lot more. It's 95% good experience. But yeah, some people, oh man, you just want to slap them in the back of the head. You live in Chandler, Arizona? Orale, saludos. Christian, hello goat. I really like the menudo that you are from Torreon, Coahuila, Mexico. They make a spectacular menudo, but I already have a year living in Austin, Texas. Christian, saludos. Y Coahuila, Mexicano. Okay, Tu vives in Austin? That's one city, yo no sabe. There's una avenida con muchos lancheras. That's about all I know. Yo vivo en San Antonio por 15 años. Yo mucho más sabe San Antonio y Hueco, Texas. Hueco, Texas, pero paisa. I hold off on getting the comida and I stop in Hueco, man. And then you go jump in the lake too, Lake Hueco. But Fort Worth, Texas, yo sabe Fort Worth, Mosque, Dallas. As a truckero, grande trailer, Fort Worth, a little more room to go explore around in there and stuff. I got un niña. I got a daughter over there running around Austin, Texas, con un gacho novio right now. The apple didn't fall very far from the tree on that one, but Apache Eagle? Yata hey. Oh, wait, no, Apache, that's Nevo. How would I say that? How would I do a greeting in Apache? Español, yo hablas muy poquito. Jean-Claude Van Damme. Español, tú tengo Francia nombre, compa. Mercy Boku. What's up, hermano? Victor Vocalifas. Psycho Billy. Old High Desert in La Casa. Buenos dias. Houston, Texas, H-Town. Apache Eagle, hello. There you go, the universal language. Don't tell Yaritza. Es puro chicken anoche, compa. un pinche McDonald's abierto. Another Arizona? Chandler? Mucho gente aquí desde Arizona, ¿sí? My favorite Chalino corrido, mi favorito corrido de Chalino, Ramon Seattle. Is it Ramon or Ramiro Seattle? That's the corrido that got me into Chalino. When I first heard that, I escucha mucho ranchera back in the day. And I never really got into corridos until about 4 años ago, about 4 years ago. And that was the corrido that got me in the Chalino. It got me in the corridos, total. And then I was hooked. I went from Chalino, then I started exploring Las Pajaritos de Tacupa. I got into them. Grande Banda. And they had all the different instruments. That was really cool. Actually, out of all of them, I got into them after Chalino. And then I heard Beto for the first time a few years ago. It's like, whoa. I was like, who is that? It sounded like a fucking jet about to take off. And El Metal León del Corrido. And then I got La Fuego por Beto Catanilla. That's my spirit animal right there. But Ramon Seattle, Yeah, that's my favorite one. Badass Corrido, yes sir. Apache Eagle. Vance Baker. Hey, good morning, bro. You have a good day yourself. Corrido Chalino was and is a straight G, yes sir. Have you heard Salvieta El Gavalancio? Simon. I got into Sal. I got him. Salvieta's version of Los Ojitos de mi Elena. He sings the best version of that canción. I got some Sal Vieta. I got into him. Some Halcon. LS de la Sierra. I got like 2 or 3 albums of him. El Marnarco. Jorge Gamboa. I got the whole damn total La Sierra in mi canton. I got a lot. Some Laberinto. Then I got into some Ochenta stuff too. You know, Carlos y Jose, Cadetas de Linares. Hello, my friend. I'm watching you today from Zanzibar, Africa. Tico Gringo Chavez. I'm gonna have to see some proof there. Un paisa in Zanzibar, Africa. Okay, all right. Saludos, buenos días. Hugo, holy shit, gracias. Feliz Navidad, bro. I appreciate you, thank you. Hugo J. Nicaragua. Jose Martin, saludos, bro. By the way, I opened up a Facebook. Chivo Guero. I just opened it today. Abierto Facebook, otra vez. And it's under La Nombre Chivo Guero. Hola, amigos. Saludos desde Chicago. Un chapina en la casa, Selby. Pero guate, compa. Saludos. Gabrielas de Sinaloa, Los Compatibles de Tijuana. But yo tengo. That's old school. Mi colegas aquí. Muchos hombres desde RGV y Tamaulipas. And the compa that got me in here that helped me get this job. Mi nuestro Jale. He turned me on to them. Well, I've already heard of them, but he loves them. He's telling me about other names that I never even heard of. From Nuevo Leon, Tamaulipas. What time is it there? 3 o'clock, 3. 12 o'clock in Zanzibar? Tico Gringo Chavez. Are you African with a nombre mexicano or are you pulling my leg? Eres un gran persona. Gracias por defender a todos mis paisanos. Selby Melgar? De nada. Gracias por la cultura mexicana. Yeah. I couldn't be a wannabe paisa without my Chicanos. You know, they help me fill in the gaps. I appreciate it, you guys. But yeah, if I see a crowd like in Imihale, La Compañía, Mucho Tex-Mex, and then Un Paisa, I go straight to hang out with the Paisa. You know, the clique, you know, I go straight for my Paisas. That's where I feel comfortable. I don't know. I got a soft spot. I got some historias when I was younger. I don't know. That's where I go to. Los Invasores, Gabriela, ¿te quieres? Seattle, Washington, Tico. I thought you were from fucking Africa. Saludos. Chivo, I see you're a Tejano. That's right. I used to live in Rio Grande Valley, Port Isabel, Texas, close to South Padre Island. You miss it, Ron Garcia? Orale. Pero Pichi 956, right? I love it. All my about 90% of my colegas aquí are from the RGV, down there in South Texas, from Pleasanton, RGV area. Saludos desde 956, Johnny Rios. Saludo, bro. Chivo, see. Oh shit, 956 coming out of the woodwork. Arturo Valencia. Saludos, bro. Where in New Mexico, Apache Eagle? I live in Hobbs. Yo vivo in Yo vivo in Berlin. Mihaly is in Hobbs. I live in the 505 and I work in the 575. That's right, 956. I love it. I love it. I got way. Well, what do you guys want to hear? Phantasma Historia? Some war stories? Much respect to you and thanks for appreciating our culture, Güero. Gabriela. Hey, de nada, hermana. Buenas noches. Gracias. Feels good to be appreciated. Saludo para Carlsbad, Nuevo Mexico. De Waseca, Minnesota, pero Jose Rangel. Waseca, Minnesota. That's mucho diferente mundos, compa. How'd you end up way up there? Un vikingo mexicano en la casa. Saludos. Hugo J. Holy shit. You bought the chelas for my... Dos coahuamas mañana. Gracias, bro. I appreciate you. Saludos, carnal. I appreciate it. Stowies. Apache Eagle, much love. Carlsbad. I go through Carlsbad. It's the next town. Carlsbad, Odessa teas más mías que Carlsbad de yo. And mucho manejando a Carlsbad, Artesia. Almost Roswell. Not quite, but almost. Odessa, también, Tejas. Pecos, Tejas. Arturo Michoacán. Un Michoacano en la casa. Saludos. How did I get into trucking? I was a tile setter. La Piso. Trabajo en La Piso. Ceramica. Porcelanato. Travertine. Saltillo. In año 08, the economy went down. The housing market crashed. And I had una esposa, dos hijos, a casa, dos carros. I had to do something. I had to get a different career. And the housing market got so bad that I actually went to work in the warehouse of the tile store I was subcontracting from in San Antonio, Texas, Royal Tile. And it was the middle of summer. I had some 20-year-old as my jefe. I hated it. I think I was in my mid-30s. And I see the gordos, the truckeros, they would hit the dock. And they get out, gordo, with a Snickers that wasn't melted and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. And I got fucking jealous. I said, you fat motherfucker, I'm out, making $10 an hour. And I said, fuck this, I'm getting my CDL. And that's how I started on a forklift. And then, no feria, but that's okay, what's the name of the St. Thomas Community College and Texas Workforce split the bill. Texas Workforce is the unemployment thing over there. I ended up getting fired from that warehouse, my attitude. And that's another historia in itself. But I actually won unemployment. And the longest thing about going to getting your CDL was the wait list in line to get into school. And my unemployment was about to run out. It was like 90 días. And right before it ran out, 90 days, right on time. Boom, I started that school, and then I've been off to the races ever since. That's been over 15 años ago. Soy de Michoacán, Valencia. A todos, saludo paisa. Buenos días. Cuida mucho, Chivo. A todos, Simón. Triggers, hola. Big Chivo Guero, big scrap. Come on. Mi gente. A lot of you guys, younger, the youth. It doesn't matter how old. You can be older, too. Trucking put me in a higher... It's a lot more consistent than construction. And the country needs it. You know, when a market crashes, stuff like a lot of construction things kind of slow down. But trucking never slow. You know, everyone needs gasolina. Everyone needs toilet paper, leche, agua, you know, oil. That never stops. So it's a lot more consistent than construction. And you don't have the money to go to school. I think it costs it was like 4,500 quattro mil when I did it. I think it's like 6 mil now or something, maybe more. But you don't have the money, no problem. You go to the school, a grande compañía will sponsor you. In fact, tomorrow, mañana, escriben, write in on Google Maps, CDL school near me, and call them. And they'll put you in the list. There's also grande compañías like CR England and some other ones that have their own school. I think Swift in Phoenix, CR England's in Ogden, Utah. There's some other ones around the country. There's one in Ontario Califas, IE. And which I can never remember the name. It's got like a white trailer with red lettering. They have their own school. And then, you know, you go to school, they pay for you to get your CDL, and then you go work for them. And until you pay it off, you can stay or bounce. My recommendation is, if they pay for your school, go work for them for un año. And you're gonna need a year experience anyways before you do something local. You might like over the road. Want to stay out there, you never know. America's backbone, yes sir. Prime the schooling, yes sir. ¿Qué pasó, Sharky K? Gule. Puro Yaritza anoche, compa. Get my puro chicken on. Pinche McDonald's. And then maybe un más hora, la oficina hablas a yo por más cargas de cemento. Go hit the lease otra vez. You like trucks, Patchy Eagle? Love my story? Órale, gracias. Hello, Bacchus. 575. Come on. Pero por mí en basic. Buenos días, mi gente. You get in there, Chivo. No, not the California King. It's not the studio sleeper, but it's pretty big. Grande Canton. Well, it's a comfortable Canton. It fits like a full queen mattress in there. And then you still have a couple feet, you know, in the sleeper where you can take off your boots and shit. Up at the chicken coops, I'm in the Ofo now, so not too much down here unless you go to Texas. Nuevo Mexico, mucho cállate. You know, there's a state trooper coming in the Hobbs right here, but if you don't speed, they never mess with you. Texas, they'll randomly pull your ass over. As soon as you get close to the La Tejas Línea, Odessa Tejas, Pecos, they'll pull you over just for the fun of it, just to inspect you and shit. New Mexico, they don't really fuck with you unless you speed. But yeah, I don't really have to run chicken coops, none of that stuff no more in the oil field. Yes, sir. Yeah, those little coffin sleepers on trucks. Yeah, fuck that. On the road again. On the road again. Juan Garcia. Just can't wait to get on the road again. Life I Love is making music with my friends. Willie Nelson, last man standing. He's the last one still alive from the Secuentas. Vine Buddha también. Over in Buddha Tejas. Salute from Palmdale Califas. That one guy. Chivo, how about mi amiga? Ya la andaba visitando tu canal. Su esposo también es trailero. Oh, you're talking to my friend. Was visiting your channel. Her husband drives one of those Scania truck, the Europino in Poland. Yeah, I've seen him. Una Polska truckero. Oh, that weed has me in good shape. You know, I sweated my ass off. I smoked a lot in mi vida, but not over here. Man, when I first got here, all that doing over the road, the long haul, you're not really doing nothing. You're just manejando, door swinging. And when I came to the oil field, yeah, that first week was like hell week in football, in high school and shit. Just getting used to the heat around those tanks and those silos. It's not so bad in Hobbs. It's kind of fresca. You know, it cools off at night a little bit, like 69. But in the day, you get down by the Texas line, Pecos, Monahans, it gets pretty fucking hot. Carlsbad even gets hotter than Hobbs. You know, pretty much anywhere south and Hobbs and north, it gets más fresca. It's not. It's like higher elevation, I think, a little bit. But yeah, and you know, that was really good. I needed that. I sweated my ass out the first couple of days till I acclimated to the heat. And all those toxins, everything. I smelled like shit, man. I couldn't stand that smell. So I laid off the junk. So fuck that. I'm not gonna get like that again. But you know, driving all those years, just not really doing physical activity in the heat and shit. You know, you're not sweating. You're not really doing anything to burn that stuff off. So I probably saved my life coming over here to the oil field. You never know. I've had a lot of colegas that have died of heart attacks in their secuentas. It happens all the time. And I think I was on that camino. And soy 50 años. I turned 50 this year, so yeah, I'm pretty sure I'd have been one of those guys. You like Willie Nelson? On the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again. Oh, you're talking about, oh shit, I thought you're I'm loopy, you're talking about Willie. Okay, all right. Maybe I should go take a siesta. What'd I do with that McDonald's? You know, Willie came out, what was it, about 2 years ago, when he said that weed almost killed him. He smoked it all your life. His lungs got so smoked out, I guess. Some drugs will preserve you, man. Yeah, I was born in 75. In Blythe, California. You turn 50, San Mendoza. ¿Qué mes? What month? Juan Garcia. Let's go grab a frajo. Un cigarro. October time it in. Igual yo. 21. Dia 21 is my birthday. October 21st. You're born in Parker? Another river rat. It's mi patron right there. Piddle River Rats. Yeah, I was born in Blythe and raised on the Arizona side of Needles, the Mojave Valley. Don't even tell me your birthday's the 21st. Stan Mendoza. Chivo Guero from Florida. Carlos Espinoza. Yours the 5th. So you're a Libra. Chivo, te gustan las tortas ahogadas? Is he talking about comida or las mujeres in Chicago, in Chi-Town? I like them both. Me gusta, you know, not much. Nothing wrong with a torta every once in a while. John, right on. From Parker over there. How many times you go to the Parker 400 back in the 90s and 80s and shit? You know, as a trucker, when I go through Parker, you can park right there on the bridge, like on the way to, right before you cross to California. There's a wide shoulder right there, and you can walk under that bridge. It's Mojave. It's the Mojave res down there. But, and I jump in there. It's nice and deep, that current. And I always stop at that. It's like a Aliberto's, Filiberto's type little taqueria you have. And, get some taquitos, or they got menudo there on the weekends. I stopped there and had some menudo a few times. All the time, even when it snowed in Parker. Oh yeah, I seen that. What was that, like 4 years ago already? 3 years ago? Where it snowed in Mojave Valley, Needles, Parker, all that. Las Vegas. Enjoyed my video. Orale. Yeah, do me a favor and write something on one of my videos. That way tomorrow or whenever I look at it, I can give you a follow back. Since YouTube doesn't have Messenger. Beans, carnitas, and they dunk them in hot chili. Insta-term ahogades. Okay. Friolis, carnitas. That sounds pretty damn good right now. You know, I crave tortas in the heat. Like my homie over here from Parker. When it's 118 degrees out, you know, I don't really crave it's too hot to eat. But a torta sounds pretty damn good. That's something I eat in the summer. You already know, when you come to San Antonio, hit me up. You Libras know what's up. Yes, sir. Gracias por la invitarme, carnal. I appreciate it. And I do go through San Antonio about La oficina por mi jale is as Corpus Christi. Mi jale Sureste Nuevo Mexico. So at the end of every hitch, I got to take the trailer and manejando a Corpus Christi. So I go through San Antonio, Fort Stockton, down that way. So I'll at least go through San Antonio on the way there and on the way back. So sooner or later, Carnal, we'll hit it up. Buenas, compa Chivo. Alejandro. Buenos días. Torta cubana. You like him? Yes, sir. The carnitas, tortas y tacos. Carnitas makes me sleepy. Me gusta mucho. Muy delicioso. But yeah, it makes me want to take a siesta. I'm more of like a pastor, al pastor, carne asada mixto por la tortas. Mi favorito tacas, tripas, más practicado my R's and N's. Tripas, dorado, y pastor mixto. Even if they do carne asada, you know, but it's got to have the tripas and the pastor mixto. It's mi favorito taco. But No, they're in the Score 400 in early 80s when they raced on the... Damn, that was way before my time. And Parker, you already know. Chicago, no sé por Chicago. Yo tengo un nuevo jale en la oil field. Oeste Texas, sureste Nuevo Mexico. And it's going to be a while. I'm here to stay. Soy feliz con mi jale. I got a long hood. I got 18 speed. Motor Caterpillar. ¿Cómo se en español? Caterpillar. I finally got a cat. And it's a... what do you call it? It's a new engine. You know, a glider kit. So, you know, on the oil field you're exempt anyways. You don't need lugs anyways, really. But, you know, I don't need it with this. It's got the glider kit. So Piro Outlaw, no GPS, no blue beeper headset, no e-logs, large car, cat engine, Peterbilt 379, 18 speed, 18 Morenas. En la carretera soy muy feliz. And it's not exactly a oil boom or anything over here, but it's really busy. My first week I killed it. And making like owner-operator money without the overhead, without the headache. And this week got a little slower. You know, even my slow check that I'll get viernes, it will still be as much as my biggest check over there in Este Wenatchee, doing the manzanas. So it's not a boom, but it's busy. Busy enough. Chivo, believe it or not, over here in LA, there's a taco truck called Rambo's Tacos. That's where you get the good food. Rambo's Tacos. All right. I'll have to keep an eye out next time I roll through there. Ron Garcia. Caterpillar en español es oruja. Oruja. Gracias. I'll work on that. Más practicado. Gato, motor gato. Amarillo. Come on. Chivo, ¿dónde andas? Estoy en Hobbs, New Mexico. Hanfemin. Carachuro. Carachure. Sorry if I fucked that up. Saludos. Hola. Hold on. Un frajo. Un cigarro. Mira. Get those at Walmart. It's like brain energy. You know, like how people take vitamins and shit, truckers, and you get the energy. This is clean. And it's like coming from the brain, from the cabeza. And it's mushrooms. It's got the lion's mane. It's got all those hardcore mushrooms for mental clarity, digestion, anti-inflammatory, what do you call it? Antioxidant. But man, and it's good too. But it's really healthy for you. And that's, you know, I've taken a lot of different stuff for energy as a trucker, you know, to stay awake. I've taken those, the beeswax, beehive, what do you call it? Bee pollen. And they got the little pills of bee pollen. Now that's a clean energy, but I felt like a bee. I felt like agitated, like you know, ready to go off. I felt like a bee, you know, like. But that stuff, that's like a clean energy. Fuck those trucker pills and all that other shit. You know, get that shit. Perfecto. Panadero. Arriba la raza. Saludos. The focus factor. Ashwagandha. I've heard of that. That worked out for you pretty good. That's another clean energy, right? Chivo, believe it or not, out here in LA. Alrighty, got you. Working overnight, Simone. About unas horas la oficina. I'm waiting for a telephone call. And then do another load. Más cargas de cemento pronto. Definitely going to look into those. They also have gum too. That's a big caffeine called Neurogum. Huh, I'll have to check that out. Oh yeah, mi cigarro. Where's my Apache, bro? Are you still here? I'll tell you a Skinwalker story if you guys want. Una historia de Tierra de Navajo. ATEX sending its love from Garrett Nauman. Hey, I appreciate that, bro. Good morning. Buenos dias. ¿Dónde andas? Estoy en Hobbs, Nuevo Mexico. Check them out, Ron. They're pretty good. Yeah, it keeps your brain focused. Also good for people who suffer from anxiety. Ashwagandha. That's good to know. Sharky K. Well, all right, guys. I'm going to take off. And La Yarda is like only half a mile. It's right past this intersection. Maybe go take a una hora siesta and then give me another load in. Uno más cargado pronto. But, by the way, a Skinwalker? Alright, I'll tell my okay, one Skinwalker story in English. I had just unloaded in Pagosa Springs, Colorado. And I was going to drive empty overnight to Flagstaff, Arizona. So I drop in, what is that, Aztec, Colorado, Farmington. And, you know, it's dark right there. And when you hit Shiprock, and I forget the name of the number of the highway, but between Shiprock and Flagstaff. And you go, and then it ends, and you can either take a right to Page or a left to Flagstaff. But anyways, it's getting pretty late. I get past Shiprock, and a lot of Navajo land is open range, and especially on the Arizona side. Be careful, you guys. I'll tell you about that later. But anyways, I'm going down the road, and right before you get to K-Town, Cayenta, there's a formation on the right. It's like a mini Shiprock. It looks, I think they call it Church Rock or something. I could be wrong, but. And then it drops down off a mesa, and then, you know, K-Town's like another 10 miles, 8 miles or something. So I get right in that area, and all of a sudden, and this is like 12 at night, a big old buff horse, a big old healthy one, un grande caballo, comes, you know, walking real slow like a zombie, like, And I go to get in the other lane, hitting the horns, honk, honk, and it's still walking. You know, it's like, what the fuck? You know, horses are supposed to be smart like dogs, right? So right before I went in the dirt, you know, hard braked it and almost wrecked and shit, it snaps out of it. It rears its head, and its eyes got real big, and boom, starts taking off down the lane I just came out of. And it's like, okay, that was weird, you know, but it is open range. But there was something not right about that. It was really odd. So I kept going, and it was like a 2/3 of a moon, half moon, real bright, a real dark night, with the moon like real bright and stuff. It looked real pretty. But anyways, I get past Shiprock, Cayenta, K-Town, and right before you get to Tuba City, there's a formation on the right called Elephant's Feet, Tonala, Arizona, and it looks like it's two buttes right on the side of the highway, the highway. And it looks like something out of southern Utah, like it used to be an arch at one point or something. But man, I got to stop and get a video. So I stopped, and the moon was right in the middle of them. And it looked beautiful. So I go walking in there. You know, it's like a half a football field off the road. And I felt real uneasy. And like I wasn't alone. I don't know. I felt uneasy. And I'm usually pretty ballsy with wherever I may roam stuff. And I said, you know what, fuck it, let's go. And I turned to get one more shot, and I'm standing right between those buttes, like this, with the moon right between them. It was a good shot. And right when I did that, I hear a hey, and it was like it was far away and close at the same time. Like it was pushed, like it wasn't a sound wave, like it was pushed to my ear or something. It's hard to explain. And but it spooked the hell out of me. If I didn't have the camera making a video, I would have ran off like Scooby-Doo or Shaggy or something. So I kind of played it off, turned my head to see. There's nothing around me except for one house. It's like at least a quarter mile away with the light on, and I know damn well it didn't come from over there. And so I got out of there, and that spooked me for a few days. I couldn't get that out of my head, like I was touched, and it was malevolent, mal. It wasn't natural. It wasn't right, and I didn't like it. And I believe it was one of those things, a skinwalker. It could have just been a ghost or something like that, but it definitely was something not natural. It was black magic. I feel it was black magic. And I had a Navajo buddy that lives in Yatehe. There's actually a town called Yatehe. It's just north of Gallup. And I told him about it. He's a trucker, and his sister practices medicine, a medicine woman or something. So they burn cedar, whatever Navajos do. And I was supposed to close out the protection thing by giving an offering to the Navajo Nation. And I never did that. And he warned me not to tell the story. Stop. And I know the name in Navajo, what they call it in Navajo. But I won't say that. But yeah, maybe someday I need to go over there and finally close that thing out, because I was touched by something that was dark. It wasn't right. But anyways, there you go. There's my Navajo story. Truckers, travelers, don't stop just anywhere in the big res at night. And even truck stops, even little towns. You get to somewhere, it's real lighted, a lot of traffic. And I gain a lot of respect for that kind of stuff. Navajo land is a different world at night than it is during the day. During the day, it's a beautiful place. Everyone's friendly. Go do your tourist thing, or at night, it's a totally different world. And I believe in those things. There's stuff out there, and it's a different culture from the rest. Like me Mexicanos, they got brujas and stuff, like Azteca type stuff. This is different than that. And it's not just Navajo land. That used to be Anasazi land before that, and older Native Americans long before that, and the Ute Indians and the Pueblos, and they all fought each other, cursed each other, shit. So there's all kinds of shit going on there at night. So fair warning. And what else was I gonna say? And not just supernatural stuff like that. You don't park out there in the middle of anywhere. Even some like old abandoned gas stations, you'll get some geekers walking up on you. Navajos, they walk long distances. They can fucking walk. And you'll be out 25 miles from anywhere, 30, 40 miles from anywhere. And all of a sudden you'll be asleep, and you'll hear a... It's like, what the fuck? And you get up, and it's a Navajo dude waking you up. Hey man, can you give me a ride? No. Not just out in the middle of fucking nowhere. They walk forever. But I know that's happened a lot over the years. I know damn well I've ran into a skinwalker. At least one of them were a skinwalker too. You don't just, out there in the middle of nowhere. And Navajos, they tell you not to do that. They won't do it themselves. And if these guys are hitchhiking or walking between Flagstaff and Shiprock and Gallup and Shiprock or whatever, you know damn well that some of them have been touched by skinwalkers, and that some of them are skinners themselves. I believe in that stuff. And even if you don't, have a little respect at night. Trust me on that one. But anyways, you got to go. Brittany West has a lot of truck stories, mainly about national parks. But I should do some videos on my trucker stories. Mine are actually real. I don't make that shit up. I got a lot more. I got a lot more stuff. Drive safe, Carlos. Gracias. Estela Cancheneras. De nada. I appreciate it. Have you heard of... No, I'm pretty sure I've seen a video and not realize it's him. You know, a lot of these guys repeat stories that have been handed down. And they're, you know, every folklore, Black Dog story, Skinner story, it all starts from a original... There's truth in it. But I think I know what you're talking about. And a lot of it's recycled shit. You know, about a coyote running next to a truck, and all of a sudden it's a man. It turns into a man with hooves and shit. And, you know, that's a classic story that everyone knows. You know, I've heard that thing about 10 times from Navajos, from Gringos, from everyone. My shit's real. I'll make some videos. I'll knock you guys' socks off. But anyways, I'll talk to you guys later.